What is up? Welcome back to today's YouTube video. It is officially Daytona Day. And so that means today we are going to the Daytona 500, the great American race. I hope everyone's having an amazing day because I'm having a great time here in Daytona. Today's vlog is going to be the best one yet because it's Daytona Day and I'm going to be taking y'all all the way to the track. I'm bringing Daytona to this channel for everyone to see. So we're going to be going to the midway today. We're going to be going to driver interviews today. We're going to tweet up to go meet Bob Pockris and the rest of the NASCAR fan base as well as the YouTube community. So yeah. And then we're going to the fan zone. And I'm gonna take you on a little tour there. And then we're going on to the track for driver intros. And then obviously race clips. So today it's all gas, no brakes here on out. It's the big show, the biggest day of the year, the most wonderful time of the year. Sit back and enjoy this vlog. Now, as y'all can see, I'm repping Chase Elliott, aka Mickey Mouse, as he's my favorite full-time driver in the NASCAR Cup Series. And he is my guy that I'm rooting for to win the Daytona 500, even though I think Bubba Wallace is going to win this race. And as for everyone else, from what I'm seeing, everyone thinks Kyle Busch in his debut with RCR, everyone thinks he's going to win. Yeah, that's right, he's on a new team this year. He's not driving the M&M's car no more. He doesn't drive for Toyota or Joe Satriani Racing anymore. He is no longer the Candyman. Instead, he is sponsored now by a marijuana company / product, 3 Chi, and the other sponsor as well that he has, Cheddar Scratch Kitchen. So, yeah, it's going to be different seeing him in a different suit this year and in a different race car. And yeah, everyone thinks he's going to win the Daytona 500. We'll see. He was pretty good in the dual race on Thursday before he got caught up in a wreck late. And yeah, as much as I'd like to see him win the Daytona 500, I just hope it doesn't happen right now because obviously I want to see Chase Elliott or someone else win. I mean, I wouldn't mind Kyle Busch, but who knows? It's going to be very unpredictable today. And so yeah, I know I said it before, I predict Bubba Wallace is going to win the Daytona 500, but I'm going to get my picks out of the way right now. My predicted winner today will be Bubba Wallace in the 23 car. And then my underdog pick of the day will be Justin Haley in the 31 car. And my dark horse pick for the day will be Harrison Burton in the 21 car. And as he will attempt to get the Wood Brothers their 100th win in NASCAR. So yeah, those are my picks for the day. And we'll just see what happens, man. It's going to be a very unpredictable race. And we'll see who's going to be running at the finish. So yeah, with all those picks out of the way, if you guys haven't already, make sure to drop a like on this video. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on post notifications so you never miss a post. Don't forget to follow me on all my social medias. They will be in the description below. Now before I head on out to the track, let me say cheers to the 75th season in NASCAR, the Diamond Year. Cheers to the 65th anniversary of the Daytona 500. And most importantly, cheers to the best Daytona 500 ever. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's vlog, and I will see you guys at Daytona.
Coming back today to run the Daytona 500. It's a big day.
I mean, there's something in the air, right? The 65th running. Everybody, you see smiles on their face. It feels like
Ryan! Maybe that is right in the drivers. Did you see them smiling? They're excited. Their energy. So if someone wins today, right in
Fifth running of the Daytona 500. Making his Daytona 500 debut, rolling off in row 20. Driving the number 67 Black Rifle Coffee Company Toyota, Travis Pastrana. And joined by two-time Daytona 500 champion, seven-time Cup Series champion, making his triumphant Cup Series return. Give it up for Jimmy Johnson! Starting on the outside of row 19, driver of the number 15, Sonny D. Ford, Riley Herbst. And inside, behind the wheel of number 77, the Ferris Chevrolet, the newest driver for Spire Motorsports, Ty Dillon. Rolling up two-time Cup Series champion has a new look, a new team, and driving number 8 for Richard Childress Racing. Please welcome Kyle Busch! And driving for Rick Ware Racing behind the wheel, the number 51 Biohaven Jacob Company Ford from Greensboro, North Carolina, Cody Ware. Starting on the outside of row 17, a Money Team Racing, piloting the number 50 BitNile.com Chevrolet, Connor Daly. And on the inside, making his full-time Cup Series debut, behind the wheel of the Monster Energy Interstate Battery Toyota, Ty Gibbs. Starting 32nd and 31st, number 78, Power Slap Rumble Chevrolet for Lids Fast Motorsports, BJ McLeod. And in his 11th season in the NASCAR Cup Series from Olive Branch, Mississippi, driver the number 47 Kroger Cottonelle Chevrolet, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He enters his 4th season in the NASCAR Cup Series. Rolling off the grid in row 15, driver of the number 14, Mahindra Tractors Ford, Chase Briscoe. He's back to a full-time ride in the Cup Series from Los Gatos, California. Driving the number 16 Chevrolet for Colin Racing, A.J. Allmendinger. Taking in his 3rd season in the Cup Series, driving the number 31 Chevrolet for Colin Racing, Justin Haley. And your 2018 Daytona 500 champion, driving the number 3 Bass Pro Shops Club Chevrolet, Austin Dillon. Rolling off in row 13, seeing this season, piloting the number 45 Monster Energy Toyota, Tyler Reddick. And driving the historic number 43 for Legacy Motor Club, let's hear it for Eric Jones. Wheel of the number 99 Tootsie's Orchid Lounge Chevrolet, Daniel Suarez. And driving for Trackhouse Racing is the number 1 Advent Health Chevrolet from Alva, Florida, Ross Chastain. Making his rookie season starting in row 11. Driving the number 42 Wendy Chevrolet for the Legacy Motor Club, Noah Gregson. And piloting the famous number 24 RaptorTough.com Chevrolet from Charlotte, North Carolina, William Byron. Rolling off the grid in row 10, Ford from Berlin, Connecticut, Ryan Preece. And on the inside, piloting the number 21 Motorcraft Daxivaging Ford for Wood Brothers Racing, Harrison Burton. On the a 3-time Daytona 500 champion, driving the number 11 FedEx 50 Toyota, Denny Hamlin. And your 2022 Truck Series champion, making his only second start in the NASCAR Cup Series from Huntington Beach, California, Zane Smith. Rolling off the grid in row number 8, your 2017 NASCAR Cup Series champion, Martin Truex Jr. From Mobile, Alabama, driving the number 23 McDonald's Toyota for 2311 Racing, Bubba Wallace. Starting in row 4, this third-generation racer from State 38, Generator Skills Ford, Todd Gilliland. And on the inside of row 7 is a 2007 Daytona 500 champion. He's also the 2014 Cup Series champion. Give it up for the number 4 Busch Light Ford in his final season, Kevin Harvick. Take row 6. In his 5th season in the NASCAR Cup Series, he drives the number 7 Celsius Chevrolet, Corey LaJoie. And on the inside, your 2021 Daytona 500 champion from Glendale, Arizona. He drives the number 34 Love's Travel Stops Ford, Michael McDowell. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to beat the top 10 drivers in the Great American Race? On the outside of row 5, driver the number 6, Next Lozette Ford and co-owner of Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing from Rochester Hills, Michigan. Here's Brad Keselowski. Driving the number 17, Fastenal Ford from Prosper, Texas, Chris Buescher. Rolling off the grid on the outside of row 4, your 2020 NASCAR Cup Series champion and most popular driver, piloting the number 9 Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet, Chase Elliott. NASCAR Cup Series, driving the number 12 Menards Blue Depth Peak Ford, 14 Penske, Ryan Blaney. A 500 champion, driving the number 2 Discount Tire Ford, Austin Cindric. Rolling off 3 from Norman, Oklahoma, driving the number 20 DeWalt Rheem Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing, Christopher Bell. Tuesday night, driving the number 10 Smithfield Ford from Tampa, Florida, Eric Almirola. He is the champion. He's also the 2015 Daytona 500 champion, driving the number 22 Shell Pennzoil Ford, Joey Logano. And Star Cup Series champion. He pilots the number 5 HendrickCars.com Chevrolet, Kyle Larson. In the field to green for the 65th Daytona 500, driving the number 48 Ally Chevrolet for Team Hendrick, Alex Bowman. And there you have it, race fans, a starting lineup for the 65th running of the Daytona 500.
Kim Childress, that pace car driver behind the wheel, that blue Chevrolet Corvette pace car, about to hit pit road. Alex Bowman in the 48, the 5 of Kyle Larson, 2 Chevys on the board. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Kyle Larson, your top two.
Setting one, and his day ends with a big hit to the outside wall. Forever known as the Daytona 500 champion fans, he's out of the car. Give it up for Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Jr. It has been a long time coming. The one difference, Mike Kelly, your crew chief, is back. You won 2 championships together, and now you won the Daytona 500. Was it just magic together that made the difference here?
Yeah, I think this whole offseason, Mike just preached how much we all believed in each other. They left me a note on the car that said they believe in me and to go get the job done tonight. I made a few mistakes. We were able to battle back. This Kroger Cottonelle team worked really, really hard this offseason. Great pit stops, Hendrick engines, glad a Chevy won. Man, this is unbelievable. Man, we got it done, Daytona 500.
You have a knack for this style of racing, and we went into overtime, so you had to do it a couple of times and earn it. What were those moments like, and what were you watching? What made the difference initially at the end?
Yeah, you know, when the 8 went to the bottom there, you know, I was able to push the 22 and the 5. We had a huge run. I was hoping we were going to get to the white there, and we didn't, so I knew I was going to take the top. I was hoping the 22 was going to follow, and he did. He was able to push us out. I went to the bottom, the 8 and the 22, you know, got a huge run. The 5, you know, split me in the middle, but another fellow dirt racer with Bell gave me a good shot down the little short chute into one, and man, we were out front when the caution came out. We were out of fuel, so the fuel light was going crazy. But man, I hope y'all had fun. That was a heck of a race.
Congratulations, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. wins the Daytona 500.
JTG Doherty Racing. The J and the T stand for Jody and Tad Geschichter. Their last name is the G. Brad Doherty is their teammate, and he's climbing the fence. Fans, for you to salute. A Daytona 500 sold out crowd doing the pull-ups. He's the champ for 2023 at Daytona. Let's hear from some of the top finishers. We'll start with the 17 and Chris Busher. Let's chat with Chris Busher, who NASCAR still working very good. You go 4th there at the end. So I know that's probably not the result you wanted. That you and Brad were really strong.
I could swear it's been 700 degrees in here since you came in. I could swear that this room has been running out of air, and now it's starting to spin. You make me feel kind of bad, kind of good, kind of everything, yet it doesn't feel like it should. You make me feel kind of wrong, kind of right, kind of anything, and I would change it if I could. Swear that my stomach just sunk a meter. I'll be dead if I take any more. You make me feel kinda bad, kinda good, kinda everything, yet it doesn't feel like it should. You make me feel kinda wrong, kinda right, kinda anything, and I would change it if I could.
We are officially back at the room, and we are going to talk about today's event that I had witnessed. Alright, so we're going to start from the beginning. So I arrived at the track shortly before 9 a.m. I immediately went to Daniel Suarez's interview at the Chevrolet fan zone. I got a picture with him. And then after the interview ended, I walked all the way to the Bill France / Betty France statue near the Tickets and Tours and part of the track for Tweet Up, because that's where Tweet Up was held today. Yeah, Bob Pockris and Jeff Gluck were there. And so was like a lot of the NASCAR YouTube members. Yeah, saw some similar faces that I saw at previous tweet ups, and some new ones that I finally got to meet. Yeah, it was great. I met a lot of people that I didn't know who were part of the community. Like, well, for some, I finally met Black Flags Matter. He, aka Darren Gilliam, yeah, he asked me what my name was. I told him my name. He gave him a fist bump, and then he asked me how do I feel about Chase Elliott's chances of winning the 500. I told him we'll just see what happens, because he's the king of jinxing. If he talks about your favorite driver, he is most likely, your favorite driver is most likely going to get screwed. And then I met Michael Marooks. I'm a huge fan of Michael Marooks. If you follow me on TikTok, you see like every Friday I post a Michael Marooks clip. Yeah, I'm the Michael Marooks fanboy, his #1 fan. Anyways, and then I finally met the GOAT of NASCAR YouTube and the host of Out of the Groove, Eric Estep. And boy, he's very tall. And yeah, I took a picture with him. I took a picture with Michael. Man, it was such a great day. And I saw Danny B Talks for the 3rd time ever. And yeah, it was great. And Tweet Up was great. We talked racing and basically, well, hung out for half an hour. And then after that all ended, I walked all the way back to the Chevy fan zone for more driver interviews. Yeah, and drivers that were getting interviewed at the Chevy fan zone was Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, Ross Chastain, and yeah, that's all that and Austin Dillon, yeah. I was only able to get a picture with Kyle Larson. He was actually the last one that got interviewed. And then after that ended, I basically left the Chevy fan zone and went all the way to the UNOH fan zone in the infield to prepare for pre-race activities. So yeah, I got myself locked in and loaded for pre-race and for the race actually. I took my quiet 1 lap walk around the front stretch. and walked through the infield of the track. Man, it was great. I took a couple selfies. The infield on the track was packed. Like, you could barely get by anywhere. Like, it was completely full. Like, yeah, you see sold out events like that in the crowd and everything like that. But this time it feels like that for the very first time in a long time. You never see sold out events like that in NASCAR. Like, yeah. I basically walked around the front stretch for one lap to prepare myself to get locked in and loaded for the day. And then after that, I basically went to the red carpet walk in the UNOH fan zone infield to watch drivers come from the drivers meeting. Yeah, it was great. Sucks none of the drivers were gonna sign autographs or take pictures with fans. I was really wanting that to happen. So I never got to meet Jimmy Johnson. I performed this whole act of wearing all the vintage gear in an attempt to get a picture and, yeah, meet him. And it was all for nothing, sadly. He was the one guy I wanted to get a picture with and meet the most during the entire weekend. And my entire gig and act I literally did was all for nothing. Yeah. And then after the red carpet walk ended, I went on into the infield of the track for driver introductions. And boy, was it great. I cheered on Jimmy Johnson, and he basically said he's my GOAT because he's the GOAT, the greatest of all time. And then, you know me, I'm a big Chase Elliott guy. I was decked out wearing the shirt, the socks, and the hat. And yeah, a lot of people were actually saying, man, I look like Chase's #1 fan. Like, yeah. And that made me feel more confident throughout the day, man, to be honest. And anyways, yeah, I basically cheered Chase Elliott on so loud during driver introductions when he got introduced. And yeah, man, it was great. Man, those driver introduction clips, man, I got some good quality footage of it. Yeah. And then after that, I went to the grandstand to go to my seat. And then, yeah. And then watch the race. The first 100 laps were freaking caution-free if you don't count stages. It was caution-free. And basically, no one was even trying to race for the lead. A lot of people just laying back trying to save their car for the end, which I can understand. And then people decide to start racing with like 80 laps to go. And boy, my guy Chase Elliott got taken out early. Man, I was not happy. Basically, yup, it sucked having to watch other cars lead the pack and try to win. Man, though, the last 13 laps were good. Man, Jimmy Johnson was great all day. He ran top 10, top 15 all day. He was running as high as 6th most of the day. And was in contention to win late in the last 10 laps. And then he got taken out in the big one. And yeah, man, that was a great finish. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. won the Daytona 500. Man, I forgot he existed, and he's like one of the best plate racers in the Cup Series. Man, but I was rooting for Kyle Busch at the end to win it, and so was like everyone else. And I will say once again, everyone seems to love Kyle Busch now because he drives the 8 car and he drives for Richard Childress Racing. Plus, he's no longer the candy man. He's went from that role to, once again, as I am going to say again, being sponsored by 3Chi, a marijuana product, and Cheddar's Scratch Kitchen, a restaurant. Yeah, it's so different not seeing Kyle Busch. It's so different seeing him race for a different team and not wear the M&M's fire suit or drive the M&M's car. Man, it would have been so great if he had won the 500 in his RCR debut, and then he would have gave Joe Gibbs Racing a big FU for them dumping him for the Silver Spoon kid Ty Gibbs. Man. Yeah. And you're wondering, why have I not booed Kyle Busch? Why didn't I boo him on Thursday? Why didn't I not boo him today? Obviously, I think, honestly, he's not bad no more. And we're rooting for him to bounce back with RCR after a sour ending to his Joe Gibbs Racing tenure. And yeah, that's basically it. Stenhouse won, and that was my day. So yeah, now it's time for the photo slideshow. Enjoy the photo slideshow, and I will see you guys at the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed that photo slideshow of my day at the track. And with that, that'll be the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to drop a like on this video, subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss a post. Don't forget to follow me on all my social medias. They'll be in the description below. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to all these vlogs that I have made. It's been a lot of work to get this out. It wasn't easy. It was long and draining. But I was able to get it all done. And boy, who knows if I'm coming back next year for Speed Week. And the next time I think I will be at a track will be Nashville in June. And other than that, we'll see what happens here on out. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.